We'll go from the side here. Give everybody a nice center stage. Well, Terry and Christy. So, welcome everybody to the marriage of Terry Holker and Christy Kotz, and we're very, very excited to be here. And I'm super nervous. I'm an entertainer. I've been in front of the mic my whole life, and I've never done anything like this before. So just bear with us here. But no, I am so very, very pleased to be here. And so, yeah. So we're gonna go, and yeah, we welcomed everybody out. We're gonna go to the ring exchange first of all. So are there rings here? Or fantastic. Anybody got a ring here? But before we do this, so Joseph Smith was once asked to describe what eternity was like. And he said essentially it was like a ring. There was no beginning or start to it, and there was no end. It was just one big eternal round. It's a really hard concept for us mortals to understand, apparently. It's hard for me to understand. And but yet there it is. The concept exists, the concept of eternity. Now, the rings you are about to place on each other's fingers are a symbol of your love for each other. It's a temporal symbol representing that eternal love that you have for each other. And they will remind you of that, of your eternal love, as you wear them throughout the rest of your lives. So, Terry, if you will take Christy's ring. You know what? I can take this for you. Okay, all right. Oh, you got it, okay. And if you will repeat after me some words that I was thinking about. As this ring encircles your finger.
As this ring encircles your finger.
From this moment forward.
From this moment forward.
So will my love forever encircle you.
So will my love forever encircle you.
You will never walk alone.
You will never walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter.
My heart will be your shelter.
My arms will be your home.
My arms will be your home.
We will walk through life as partners and best friends.
We will walk through life as partners and best friends.
I promise to do my best to love, cherish, and accept you.
I promise to do my best to love, cherish, and accept you.
Just the way you are.
Just the way you are.
I give you my heart until the end of time.
I give you my heart until the end of time.
I have no greater love to give.
I have no greater love to give. I didn't drop it.
Now, Christy, it's your turn.
Okay.
Shall I hold something for you?
Maybe. This box.
That's what I'm good for. Holding stuff. Fantastic. We got it.
Drop it.
No,
That's better than not dropping it.
So, Christy, if you will place this ring upon Terry's finger and repeat after me. As this ring encircles your finger.
As this ring encircles your finger.
From this moment forward.
From this moment forward.
So will my love forever encircle you.
So will my love forever encircle you.
You will never walk alone.
You will never walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter.
My heart will be your shelter.
My arms will be your home.
My arms will be your home.
We will walk through life as partners and best friends.
We will walk through life as partners and best friends.
I promise to do my best to love, cherish, and accept you.
I promise my best to love, cherish, and accept you.
Just the way you are.
Just the way you are.
I give you my heart until the end of time.
I give you my heart till the end of time.
I have no greater love to give.
I have no greater love to give.
Okay. Terry, do you take Christy to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love her, to serve her, to protect her, to honor her in times of prosperity and when it's easy, and in times of trials when it's going to get a little bit harder?
I do.
Well, that's a good thing.
Didn't know which one to say. Both of them.
We may proceed. Christi, do you take Terry to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love him, serve him, protect him, and honor him in times of prosperity and when it's easy, and in times of trials when it's going to get a little harder?
I do.
I need to go to my next page, folks. Before we move forward, we're going to exchange vows. Fantastic. If I know anything about Terry, we're going to be here for a while, so if you want to make yourselves comfortable, pop some popcorn, get some refreshments out.
Microwaves.
Maybe go to 7-Eleven, grab a drink, and come back, and he'll still be talking. But yeah, just make yourselves comfortable. And yeah, before we proceed further, we'll let the couple exchange their vows for each other. You may use the mic.
Go first. You do. Unlike Terry, I need to write things down so I can speak. But when I first met Terry, I had an issue and I had to go to the ER, and I thought I'd go alone just like I usually do, but Terry said he'd drag me, and I was surprised he stayed with me the whole time because the wait can be long there. It just showed like how much he cares for other people. And then I love how hardworking he is. He's loving, giving, and serving. He has that mindset. And I've been on the receiving end so many times. And how lucky am I to call Terry mine? Ask me what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking of you always. From the first day we met, I've thought of you. When I'm with you, everything else fades to the background. You came into my life when I wasn't expecting it. I was not going to date for 6 months, and you weren't either, actually.
6 years.
And yet you came when I needed your love the most. I love you. I prayed that God would lead me to this choice, to you as my future husband. I like to think my 2 brothers that passed away pretty recently guided me to you. Do you remember the first day we met? I thought you were way out of my league. I was mesmerized by your charismatic personality and strong convictions, and I thought if only that wish and hope turned to reality. That night we first crossed paths by nothing but the chance of a choice to attend a fireside that I saw on Facebook. That night forever entangled our energies and atoms. Our paths would have never crossed, and I would never have met you if it weren't for that night. I vowed to continue to grow with you, to think about our story always, from beginning, middle, and to no end, forever. I promise you that you'll never have to face the world alone. You're everything that I dreamed of and everything I will ever need. I promise to love you above all others, to value you in my life as a precious gift. You're my every dream come true, and I can't wait for the reality we get to build together. From our experiences in the past of being single parents and having to handle everything on our own, we are survivors, and without perseverance and dedication, there's nothing we can't accomplish or overcome. Every morning I wake up, I vow to be thankful you're in my life. I vow to be your steady rock in turbulent times. I vow to put your needs before my own. I vow to shower you with a strong love and faithful commitment. I want to support your dreams and passions as my own, and to create a partnership built on love, trust, and open communication. We celebrate the merging of 2 families to our incredible children. I promise to cherish you as my own, to love you fiercely, and to honor the unique individuals you are. I vow to create a home filled with laughter, understanding, and open communication. Let us embrace this journey as a blended family, building a foundation of love and trust that will guide us through the years. Together we will create a tapestry of love woven from the threads of our shared experiences and the bonds that bind us together. You are my reason back then, my reason now, my reason every day. You strengthen my weaknesses, bring focus to my dreams here and now. I promise to show you every day that I know exactly how lucky I am to have you in my life. I vow to always be by your side, not only in this life, but the next. Every day, I think, I can't believe this is my life. You make me happier than I thought I ever could. I pledge my life to yours, that your dreams become my dreams. No matter where life leads me, I know as long as you're there, that is where I'm meant to be.
You might want to sit down. Benjamin knows me pretty well. She was stressed about those vows for a long time. She even asked on the way when we picked Sean up from the airport yesterday, she goes, "Do you think Sean will help me with my vows?" I'm like, if you just want him to roast me, or you want to roast me, he'll give you advice. Those were amazing. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out. I don't know if it's legal in vows to do it, but thank you. Thank you to.
It is legal.
Okay.
I did my research.
It is legal. It's Veterans Day. I didn't know that one. We just thought 1111 is an angel number. It's pretty cool. We had a thing with 1111, and so she said 1111, and we realized it's Veterans Day. Are there veterans here? Could you stand up, please? I know, right there. Could we give them a round of applause, please? It's people like you that we can do this. And then I also told her, hey, we'll always have work off on our anniversary. So, 3-day weekend. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how we met. After my divorce, I was in a dark place. I mean, it was on the outside dark, but it was weird. Inwardly, I was so okay with it all, and I was at peace. But it still hurt. And then I got this little impression, because my Savior was helping me every day. I don't know if you've gone through a trial where you pray like 20 times a day on your knees. But the Savior comes if you do. And I love my family. I love everyone in this room, all my friends and family. But as great as you were, none of you were there at 3 a.m. when I had a hole in my heart and I didn't know what to do. So I know my family and friends are probably sick of me talking about Jesus. But someday I'm going to have to talk to him, and he's going to say, you had a room of your family and friends, and you just did the cheesy Hallmark stuff. You didn't mention me, and I don't want that conversation. So I'm going to talk about him, because he's why we're getting married. So he helped me through his atonement heal really fast. And there's some amazing miracles that happened, and just things that he changed in me. And then I get this little inspiration. I got woken up every night, or every morning at like 3, 4 a.m. for a while. Do this weird fireside. And I'm like, that's weird. The things he was putting in. You want me to dance up and down the aisles? And what? This is not right. But he kept saying, do it. Tell people. Be vulnerable. Tell them your trial. Tell them your experience. Tell them what you went through. Tell them what you learned. And so I started telling people about that. And as much as I love my heroes are in this room, there were some heroes in here that played it safe, said don't do it. And you're my heroes and you're way more spiritual than me, so I was saying, okay, I'm not going to listen to my gut. I'm not going to listen to the Holy. I'm going to just not do it. I was totally prepared for that. And I went to my nephew Josiah's birthday party. And my brother Michael says, how you doing with everything? Well, keep getting woke up. And I did one of those firesides during COVID, so they know I did that. I said, I think I'm supposed to do another fireside, but and before I could say, but I'm not. He was in tune, and he goes, that's awesome. That's so needed in this valley. So many people need that message. You could take that on the road, and then he went off, and I'm like, okay, slow down. So I went home, started doing some notes, and I didn't know why, but I was doing this fireside. Let me just pause in this story and tell the people here, the power of one is probably the most powerful thing on planet Earth. If you look at everything in history, it happens because one person does one little thing. And so, Michael, thank you, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you just saying, yeah, you're awesome, do it. You were positive and happy and encouraging, and that's all I needed. So thank you. So I did the fireside. A lot happened. There was persecution. I had to change things, like boycotting. It was crazy drama. I finally had to rent a movie theater. Speaking of popcorn, we had popcorn on fireside. It was cool. But I did the fireside. I got some people afterwards saying that was great or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's for them. Maybe it's for them. And then in the fireside, I challenged everyone for a month to only listen to Christian music. And so I was like, oh, I have a lot of playlists. So I threw out on Facebook, if you want a playlist of those music, I have it. That's when she contacted me, and I noticed her in the fireside. I noticed her. She's cute, but keep your mind on Jesus. Girls know. Not a fan. That time of my life. So I noticed her, but I was like, whatever, maybe she'll stay after and I'll mingle, I'll get her name and number or whatever. But she was a good mom. She hurried out and went back to her kids. And I was like, dang it, who was that? I'll never know again because I didn't know her. And so when she responded, I was like, wait. And then I do the stalking and I look at her. I'm like, that's the girl. That's the one I saw. And I'm like, so she started saying, yeah, I'd like that music. And I was like, okay. You want to get married? No, I didn't say that. But and so we started to just talk. And the first or second time we talked, she's telling me all about her life, vulnerable, and just I knew something was different about her. And it just rolled from there, Then I started this thing because I was anti-females and I was just going to hang out with Benjamin and as friends with a bunch of people. So I started a group on Facebook called Rolled Bones. And we started doing some activities together, and she was at every one. And always managed to be right by me. I like that. And then after about 12 days or 10 days, something, I was like, we've been together every night for 12 nights or something. Are we dating? Then I made it official, and by video on YouTube, of course. She said yes, and then we've just been loving life. I don't know. It's awesome. Christi is different. I don't know. She's an introvert and shy and quiet. So you might not know her the way I do, but when you get to know her, she's just funny and awesome. And I've never met a girl as sweet. No matter what it is, does Luke want anything? Is Tyler coming? Should I get? She just cares about everyone else. And she's the hardest worker I know. My family thinks I did this renovation. They're like, oh, he does it. No, she's outworked me on this. I swear, she was up every night till 2, 3 doing some of this stuff. Because we're reception centers are thousands of dollars. I asked her, I said, we can save money and get a bigger wedding reception in the spring. And she's like, let's go to the courthouse tomorrow. And I was like, well, let's middle ground, how about a month in our house? We'll use the money for the reception we would have paid on a rental and do this. So I think it turned out great, but she was a major part of this. When I first did yard work for her the first day, she was out there the whole day, and I left because I broke one of those huge swinging metal swings. I claim rust. She says I'm a little overweight. It broke. I said, I'll get Luke and I'll get it later. And I come back and she had hauled this thing up and around, and I'm like, she like amazes me every day. She's the cleanest, most organized. Like I walked into her house and I'm like, did you know I was coming? Like everything was good. I go up in her room, like I could go like this. Like there's nothing on the floor. Like bathroom, could see the color of the countertops. And I know every guy here was like, what? That's not true. It is. And in her closet, I'm not even kidding, there are pockets where there's nothing. Like you could hang, it's just nothing. I'm like, you're only using half your closet. Yeah, I don't need it. I'm like, what the? But she's on time. Like if I say, let's go at 6, I'm here at 6:05 and she's already been waiting. Like everything about her, she's organized, like thrifty. Like when we went to the McDonald's the first time, I went to the thing to do it. She's like, oh, I have a coupon for that. Hold on. And I'm like, and then she's like, gets it out, her app, because she has like every app. Talk about it, like all the apps, and she knows the coupons. And when they expire, I go, let's just use it next time, because she had trouble typing in the code. She's like, no, it expires tomorrow, so I don't know. But one time I opened the fridge and there was an apple in a plastic Ziploc bag. Not an apple, a slice of an apple. And it's like turning brown. Like she saves, she's thrifty, she's everything I've been wanting in a woman. And I'm like, I didn't think it existed. I didn't. I thought maybe a female did one of those things, but it's like everything she does is amazing. But she says I'm out of her league, but it's just not true. And Sean will verify that, probably in the best man speech. But I'm waiting for the day where I walk through that door and your dad is sitting right there with his arms folded, with a stern look on his face. And you go, Terry, you cheat me. Christy's worth 10 cows if she's worth a hoof. And for those who haven't seen Johnny Lingo, I didn't call her a cow just now. I'm saying she's worth, just go watch the movie, you'll understand. It's a good thing. But I absolutely love you. I guess my vows to you, I could do the whole Hallmark thing. Or I could just, how about this? How about I treat you like Heavenly Father would want me to, my Savior. And on the days I don't, because I'm human and we sin and we get angry and stuff, I say sorry pretty quick, you forgive me pretty quick, and then we make out. Will that work for you? And we just stay committed and loyal and together, right? Maybe some therapy along the way. I don't know, but what I love about her is her commitment. When I was in that dark moment, Mike Shalappy, my brother-in-law, pulled me aside one night, and he goes, Terry, dating, what are you going to date? And I go, no, I don't want to. And then he goes, well, if someday you do, what are you looking for? And I never really thought of it, because I wrote off women. And I just said, and the first thing that popped in my mind was, it's commitment and loyalty. Just with those two things, if you're committed to each other and God, everything else can be worked out. And the great thing I love about you is our arguing. She looks quite shy, but she can argue. She can get me. But it's crazy. Every marriage has arguments, but this one, I had to marry her for her arguing. It's weird, but like for one example, I don't know. You guys out there, would this upset you? We're arguing, and she just takes out her phone, and I'm just like, Are you seriously on Facebook right now? Like I got a point I gotta yell about or something. And she's like, oh no, I'm on my notes section, so it makes you feel I'm gonna work on this. And I'm like, unicorn horn? What is going on? You're working? And she like takes accountability, and One time we were arguing, and she just comes over and just sits down right when I was heated, looks at me and goes, "Can we just cuddle?" And I'm like, all right, fight's over. Like, I mean, she really is amazing. Like, and every week and every month we fight less and less because she actually like does that. She'll like go, "Oh, I'll work on that," and then she does. It's weird. It's just weird, but I'm loving it. And so, babe, come on up here. Does that planting sound good? We just get along. If we don't, we say sorry, forgive, and make up. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, applause.
Well, you can stay.
You can stay. Man. You can stay up here. There's something very important we need to finish up. You know, traditionally the guy who does this gives some words of advice, but I don't know that there's any words of advice I can give that Terry hasn't already given to me. And I didn't prepare any words, so I just want to speak from my heart for 1 second, not nearly as long as Terry did. But guys, we've been through a lot together. The fireside, you know, brought us all together, and since then we all started doing stuff together, and very soon I became the third wheel to this relationship, and now I'm the unicycle. But I'm okay with that. But through this whole time, I got countless texts and phone calls from Christi and from Terry, and Christi is like, "Oh my gosh, Benjamin, Terry's doing this. What do I do? You know, you won't believe it. He won't talk to me. Oh my gosh." And Terry's like, "Hey, do you got an extra room?" So, and like I'm on the phone with Christi, and Terry gets a call. Hey, I get a text from Terry. "Hey, can we talk for a minute?" I'm like, "Yeah, just as soon as I finish up the phone call with Christi here." Okay. So,
good therapist.
So I'm going back and forth. I'm realizing something like how much these people love each other. And they've already gotten the plan together. You guys have already got the plan together of what you're going to do. And so there's no other advice that I can give other than what you just gave, and placed Christ as the center of everything, and everything just works out. It falls into place. Sometimes very painfully, but it falls into place. So I would like you to face each other one more time. By the power vested in me by the state of Utah, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Terry Holker. Christi Holker, or Kotz, or whatever name you decide to use on it. But you guys are together, you're married, you're husband and wife. There you go.
Happy birthday.
Okay, fantastic. So here's what we're going to do, folks. Now, we are going to prepare for some pictures. There's going to be a couple pictures up front. So a family, if you'll stay close together, because you'll be next on that list there. And then after that, well, we can have some pictures, whoever wants to do some pictures. But in the meantime, we're going to prepare for our Hawaiian luau. So if everybody else can take a chair, we're going to put the chairs in this room here, right, behind that wall? Okay, all right. If people can take a chair either outside, and in this room, we're going to clear the floor here, and then we're going to have a dance thereafter. So about an hour from now, we'll have the couples dance, the cutting of the cake, and all those goodies. And in the meantime, we'll, like I said, be taking some pictures and mingling and having some good times. So we'll proceed with that. So ready, set, break.
Can you guys take these chairs out? Just like these 2 rows.
Yeah, take the rows.
Just put them outside.
Hey, I want the first hug. Let me have the first hug.
Selfie.
Good, you guys. Work again.
Oh, we just covered up Christi.
It's all right. There she is.
Oh, here, one more baby ready for the.
Oh, like that would be good.
That work? No. You can leave some right here, Nate. You want to just put like a couple of, yeah, just. Or what?